In 2 Corinthians 5:10, it says, we all must appear before the judgment seat of Christ. And I bring that up because of this last verse here. It says, Jesus said, if you knew. If only I knew. Many people sitting at the judgment seat of Christ, they're going to be saying, if I only knew Christ, if I only knew His eternal life, I would have asked. I would have set aside time to seek Him, to know Him, to follow Him, to ask Him. If I had only known. And that's what Jesus is saying today. If you knew the gift of God. The gift of God is who? Jesus Christ. The eternal life He is offering. If only we knew. If only America knew. If only Lake Elsinore knew. We've got to let people know. Give them an opportunity to respond to it, to receive it. I don't want to end up standing before Him and saying, oh my gosh, if I only knew the gift of God and who it is who says to me, give me a drink, you would have asked. And so God is inviting at the end of the service here, we want to step out and receive that living water. You would have asked and He would have given you living water. We want that living water. Don't you need that living water? I need that living water. I need that eternal life. I want that fountain flowing in me. John chapter 4:14. The water that I shall give will become in him a fountain of water springing up into everlasting life. And the woman said to Him, Sir, give me this water that I may not thirst, nor come here to draw. So this woman, this Samaritan woman is asking for that water, right? And she's finally saying, okay, I know who you are. You're saying to, of course she's asking because she doesn't want to have to go to the well anymore. It's inconvenient. She doesn't really know what Jesus is saying. We know now. And He responds and He says, go call your husband and come here. And she says, I have no husband. And Jesus says to her, in that you spoke what? Truly. And God is asking us today, are we willing to be honest with Him? Are we willing to let Him search our heart? This woman was honest with God. And Christ will ask you questions in your heart, and how will you respond? Will you admit? Will you have humility? Will you excuse yourself or approve of your sin? This woman was willing to be honest. And we must be willing to be honest with God. John 4:23, Jesus said, the hour is coming and now is when the true worshipers will worship in spirit and in truth. The Father is seeking such to worship Him. God is spirit, and those who worship Him must worship Him in spirit and in truth. Are you a worshiper? God is asking. And that's the truth. When you worship God in spirit and truth, He will come where you are at.